Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Lucia's world, a world full of magic, a world full of love, a world full of light from the start. Today, we are going to talk about trust. And in the following story, that is a personal story, I will show you how I did handle a situation that broke my trust. Maybe it will help you in your process of self-discovery and will teach you also how to behave in situations like this. Many years ago, I was working in a company. I was a sales rep, and one day my boss, the supervisor of the company, came to me and asked me to help someone else. There was a man, a gentleman, that was working in the company, but his sales quote were not the best, and he was close to be fired. And I said, okay, I will help him. So the supervisor said, go with him to one of the companies that you're already working on and teach him how you do your sales process. And I said, okay, no problem. So the next day we went to a company where I have 2 clients, and I was talking to them. I already had a previous conversation with them, so it was the second time I was there. And these people, they were listening. So the gentleman that went with me, a co-worker, went with me. He was also paying attention to what I said and everything. So when I finished, they said, my customer said, can you come tomorrow? Can you come back tomorrow so we can sign the contracts? And I said, okay, no problem. So we went back to the office. Everything was normal. It was okay. The next day, I already had appointments in other companies. And the morning for me was busy. And when it was in the afternoon, I went to the company that I'm supposed to go and bring the contracts for my customers so they can sign it. And I went there and I talked to them and I said, hello, I'm here, so you can sign the contracts. And they look at me a little bit surprised and they say, well, we already signed the contracts. I said, to me, my contracts? And they say, no, the gentleman, the co-worker that came with you yesterday, he came today, early in the morning. And we signed the contracts and we gave them to them. We gave them to him. And I said, okay. So I said, okay, thank you. See you. Bye-bye. When I went back to the office, I found my co-worker there, happy, with a big smile. And I said, do you have my contracts? I asked him. And he said, what contracts? Those contracts are mine. What are you talking about? Those contracts are mine. Why do you make these people sign when you knew those are my contracts? He was getting I mean, crazy. And I said, okay, leave it like this. And I said, we are not going to get into an argument. First of all, I will tell you something. You broke my trust. And from now on, you already show me who you are. You already show me who you are. And therefore, you are not going to get any help from me. One thing I will tell you, I will not go to the boss to complain. Because why did I say this? Because I didn't have problem for selling. And for 2 contracts, my months was not going to be messed up. That's what I thought. And I also was thinking in what was going to happen to this coworker. I was not thinking just about me. I was thinking, if I go to complain, this man is going to be fired and he has a family to take care of. He has obligations, responsibilities to take care of. See how people behave. I said, from now on, we don't talk much as good morning and good evening or good afternoon. I learned a lesson. How to handle a situation like this. And also, I learned that I don't have to be just thinking or reacting about something or a situation. I learned to think. And I was thinking I was using an intelligent thinking. No just based of anger, nothing like that. I sat down, I said, what will happen if I go to my boss? This man is going to be fired. And at the end of the month, he has to pay tons of bill probably. And he's not making the money. What happened with those contracts? For me, how they will affect me. I saw that it was not affecting me at all. And I said, I will not talk to not to my boss, but the supervisor, just to make sure that the supervisor understood the situation and knew that those contracts were not going to be in my report. Instead, they will be in this month's report, just to let the supervisor know what really happened. But I also asked him, please don't tell anything to our boss, because he will be fired. He said, it's a difficult situation. Yes, but nobody's dying here. And I said, I forgive him. But I know what I'm going to do in the future. No more help for this man, because he really broke my trust. And trust can never be win back, recover, Never. When the trust is broken, it's broken. There's nothing else that can be done. That's the truth. He also learned a lesson that he has to respect. He has to respect boundaries. He has to have ethic at work. If he never apologized. He never apologized. He was really a jerk. He was a person that probably didn't deserve the opportunity because he was cold-blooded when he talked to me. But I said, I'm not going to get into any argument with you. You know you did wrong. But if I don't say anything, it's not because of you. It's because of the family you have to take care of. A trust is really foundation to build successful, peaceful, joyful, harmonious, balanced relations. And many people don't see it that way. When we go through a journey of self-discovery, we learn many things. Among those things is trust. Now, many people will ask, and you can trust more people? Yes, I can trust people. I learned that in life, if someone did something wrong to you, we have to learn to forgive. Of course, there are cases. There wasn't a small case, I consider this way, but there are cases that really need to be reported. Yes, it's true. But that brings common sense, discernment of how we have to behave and handle situations. So, in this process, it is important to remain calm in times of chaos. It's true. So that way we are able to think and get a nice resolution. And like I said, in that moment I was not thinking about me, just me. I was thinking more about that man's family. When I left the company, I knew that he was doing the same to other co-workers. Sooner or later, probably he will hit bottom rock and learn a lesson. Because if I didn't do anything against him, it was me. But the next time, probably, it was going to be someone else. And no other people react the same way. In a rational way. I think first, always in my peace of mind, before I do something. And in this process, we use our intuition, and we have to learn to use our intuition in order to make decisions, in order to receive messages from God to tell us what to do. Maybe next time that man, I don't know, I have no idea about his life, but maybe someday that man will know, will hurt someone, that person probably won't take it and will react, not in a rational way. And then probably he would say, I regret it. I did wrong and I shouldn't do that. But it's a lesson that he had to learn. It's a lesson that he had to learn. Is probably in other situations when you have to report to the police is something bigger probably. But what I'm saying is a case that small things like this can be resolved in a good manner, without going through arguments and problems. That this man broke my trust? Of course he did. That I trust him again? Never. Once a person shows you who they really are, how they behave, how they speak, is enough. Enough for me to say, here there is a boundary. We don't talk anymore. I forgive you, of course, because I will not take your backpack with me. No. I forgive you and I let you go in a peaceful way. That's the right thing to do. Let go things, people, in a very peaceful way, because God is always watching. God is always paying attention to all what you do, to all what you say. Therefore, it's so important to breathe first. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let it go and think about it. What is going to happen to you and what is going to happen to the other person. You want your peace, right? So we have to think about it first and see the dimension of the problem. Lack of discernment also brings problems. And you have to remember that in times of chaos, we have to remain calm. Calm, because God is not in the problems. God is in our peace of mind. That you have to remember. And also, in this process of self-discovery, we learn that successful, peaceful, joyful, harmonious, balanced relations are the ones built on trust. That we have always to keep in mind. And it is important always to connect with nature, with music. Music is really, if I have something to say, is that when I was going through very difficult times, I heard music, and there was one song that really I heard so many times until my heart was healed. I connected with this song, with the melody, with everything. It was harmony for me, for my ears, and for my heart. Believe me, I hear this song so many times. And I am so grateful that I did it, that otherwise, I don't know. I also got connected with nature. I walk into nature, and I always was breathing fresh air, observing the plants, flowers, everything. And really doing that brought me to calm waters. And if someone says, you have to hear specific music, or this music, no, you don't hear that because it's too old. No, listen. If the music you like is for 1,000 years ago, it doesn't matter. It's the music that connects with your heart, with your mind, and with your soul. And if you have to repeat it and listen that melody, that song, that the times you want, 1,000 times if you want, and you know it's making you feel good, then do it. Because the important thing is that you are healing. The mask is falling down, and you can see better. You understand better. You see life from another perspective. You learn to see people from another perspective. Situations that probably in the past you saw like a big problem, now you see a different way and handle things in a different way. But it's when you start healing from inside out. Therefore, it's important, just listen to your heart. Have you heard the song, Listen to Your Heart? Yeah, exactly the same. Listen to your heart. And what your heart asks you to do, then is what you have to do, because it's a sign that your heart needs that in order to heal, in order to remove all that negative emotions, all that resentment, anger, deception, all that betrayal. When you do this, you remove everything, and you will feel much better, like I did. I got that song, that melody, it was amazing. For me, it was amazing. I connected with the song. If you have to cry, embrace. You cry. Nobody can say you don't cry, because no. It's somehow healthy in that moment, in this process, because it's a way to release pain, sadness. It is okay. Please, that is our human side. And we have to embrace that. It's a process. It's not easy, but not impossible. Connecting with nature is important. It's part of the process. Drink a lot of water. Try to eat healthy. Something that you never forget. Have a good sense of humor. Even in dark times, it will help you to keep balance. Laugh about everything, even if you think it is not to laugh. And there are some therapies that you have to laugh. So, and good sense of humor brings happiness. Really. And when we learn to be happy alone, it's not difficult to connect with other people, to have any other relationships, other friendships. It is healthy to laugh. It is healthy to make jokes. And believe me, try to keep your mind in the present. I always said in my videos, you have to live the present. Don't get concentrated in the past. And if somehow you go to the past, it's just to remember how was then and how is now. The lessons you learned in the past. And you, or the mistakes you made in the past, and the lessons you have to make as a result of all those mistakes. Live in the present, don't live in the future. The future brings you anxiety, and you don't want to be anxious. So, we learn every day different things. Never stop living because someone betrayed your trust. Imagine if that situation made me think that I couldn't trust anyone. I don't think I would be alive now. We don't want that in our life. We have to take mistakes, situations in a better way, handle in a better way, seeing in different perspective, in order to be resilient and accept that it was a lesson that you have to learn. You have to learn to forgive. You have to learn to let go. You have to learn to see more than a normal people can see. To analyze what will happen if I do this. What will happen to me and what will happen to that person. The consequences of his actions, I'm sure, took this person in a really, really wrong way, in a wrong path. But it was only for him to realize that. Sooner or later, I'm sure he did understand the lesson. He had to learn. And that's his life. And if we are here, we have to enjoy the present moment. Live, love, and laugh. God is giving you the opportunity. Every time we wake up, it's just a miracle. So please enjoy every single second of life. Laugh. Laugh a lot because it's healthy and will help you to distract your mind from negative thoughts. A healthy heart reflects on healthy minds. And there is something that we learned today: to forgive betrayals, broken trust, but we also learn that we have to let it go and move forward. I hope I brought a little bit of light into your life, and I send you a kiss full of light and full of love from the star. Bye-bye.